welcome to the Pete Show.
I'm Happy Pete.
I'm Savvy Pete.
I'm Country Pete. Today we're doing something a little different. We're going to do some Redneck Brewing with Country Pete.
Redneck Brewing Country Pete.
So we're going to brew a Melomel?
Yep.
Melomel, which is a juice, honey, mead.
Fruit and honey.
Yes.
In this case, keeping it easy, using juice.
Juice and juice. That's all we're doing. Now, we're also drinking a M&M, something I watched on TikTok. I thought it was cool because I like M&M.
Tell me about this M&M.
This is our last chance, our only
TikTok's
chance.
from the devil.
What is it?
Tell me about this M&M.
This is a Mezcal and Montenegro, which is Mezcal is like a tequila, I understand, and then the Montenegro is like an amaretto.
Well, mezcal, all tequilas are mezcals, but not all mezcals are tequilas.
Mm.
Somehow it's different. I don't know, but it's different.
What makes mezcal mezcal?
It's made with agave.
Just as tequila.
Right.
Okay. Is it aged differently, or is there?
But
any
agave
other-
can be aged.
Okay. And what would you say? Like, it's a mezcal. Are there like blancos, like there are tequila, and respirados, or
I think
just basing
so.
on the level of?
I know far more about whiskey than I do about mezcal.
I don't know.
So
A guy had a catchy TikTok video, and I'm currently slightly addicted to the Chinese media platform. So we're going to be drinking this to get ourselves a little buzz before we do our other shows. So, what do you guys think of the M&M?
it has lots of different flavors.
Wow.
I don't know that I like
Woo!
it.
Makes
But
me
it's
want to
very,
bark.
it's almost medicine-y.
It's not my favorite drink, but I do like it, and I think it might be a taste I would acquire if I had a couple of these.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah,
I agree.
it is kind of nice,
What's
and
the,
it's definitely different. I don't know. I haven't had anything quite like it.
Oh yeah, very different.
Very yeah.
what's the flavor profile of the Montenegro piece?
So
So-
there's a lot of herbs.
Yeah, 40 botanicals. It's almost like
Kind of like Jaeger.
you said. It's like an amaretto. It's almost to me like a cross between an amaretto and a gin.
I wouldn't compare it to Jägermeister because it definitely has none of the licorice type flavor you have.
Oh yeah, no
It's-
licorice.
The anise.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
also a
think that's
liqueur. So it's 20 something percent.
So tell me what you're adding into the carboy there.
So I'm putting honey in, but it's being a little slow.
being
So
really
what I
slow.
do is I add a little juice to the top, and it makes it go faster.
Also, would have been helped if we'd heated that honey a little first. Given it a little warm water bath.
It is a
Throw it
little
in the
bit-
hot
Maybe a
tub.
lot.
Hot
Yeah,
tub.
there
Hot
you
tub.
Maybe we should brew on the back porch. But the honey's going slower than normal, probably because it's getting a little chilly here in Alaska. It's 50 degrees, 53 degrees.
Something like that. I had frost on my windows this morning.
Yes.
So it begins.
Yep. We winterized our RV yesterday, day before yesterday. Yesterday. So I like this. I'm trying to get healthier. As I think, if I drink straight alcohol, it's better than Captain and Cokes. I hear the fizz is dangerous for you.
It's the bubbles. It's definitely the bubbles. They go straight to your head.
How many pounds of honey are you doing?
10 pounds. So I used to have a problem when I was younger where I wanted to make everything as strong as possible. It seems like 10 to 14%, the less alcoholic of us, the last, whatever, the people with lighter taste buds can drink the 10% and the 15% way better than the 20% I was making when I first started.
So less alcohol flavor in the finished product.
Yes. Maybe we should pour them at the same time. Maybe that would be better.
Well, I mean, the funnel will only let so much go through.
Yeah.
I much prefer your broken Malibu funnel. That was much more fun.
That was
Improvised
very nice.
funnel.
That was nice.
Yeah, that's when I first time back brewing. I didn't have all my equipment.
Still Redneck Brewing, either way.
Yes. Well, it's better to have you want it to be redneck enough, but you want it to be good enough that you still can drink the stuff when you're finished.
And you still have your vision.
Yes.
You're not getting blinded by your moonshine.
So this is also, we did sterilize everything with one step. Everything has been one step sanitized. So just in case we didn't do it on camera because it takes a little while and we didn't want to waste everyone's time.
Yeah,
Although,
we wouldn't want to do that.
Yeah, the honey definitely goes slow. So,
Hey,
yeah.
that's more time for drinking.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't have very much of a head though. It doesn't have it isn't very smelly. Or just my smell buds are broken today.
No, there's
There's
definitely
a lot of.
there's definitely a lot of aromas
Really?
coming off it.
Yeah.
I
I can't even tell you what. It's like very
botanical.
botanical.
Well, let's give it to the nose.
It's almost, yeah, it's astringent smelling. Definitely some. Mezcal has a very distinct smell though too, so.
True, but there's a lot more besides mezcal in here.
Can you pour some of that while I'm doing this? I think it's going down faster if it's going together.
I don't know if Miss Country Pete threw away the container, but I often like to take a little warm water in what's left of the honey container and shake it up to get everything.
She was just running that one under hot water.
Yeah, the other one that I gave her was
Full.
full.
Oh, okay.
So what kind of juice are we using today?
Oh, this is a Costco recipe.
Apple, peach, passion fruit.
So when it comes to juice, I love using juice because it's easy. I've juiced my own stuff before and I've used real fruit, but it's just so much easier buying juice. But I always check and make sure that there isn't added sugar or like a preservative that's going to screw up the fermentation, anything like that. This stuff doesn't have any of that. I usually don't like to get blends like this. I usually, if I want it to be apple and peach and passion fruit, I like to get kind of each component individually, but I don't know, that's just me.
This was at Costco. It was
Now-
a good price.
This was on sale, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, sales are great.
Are there any fruits that you've used as a failure in a mead? Has there any that have not gone very well?
I don't think so. Fruit and mead just work pretty well.
What about in the juicer? Can you juice everything?
I mean, you can't juice a banana.
Huh.
You can
Have-
use carrots though.
Yeah.
Has anybody made a
You can juice just
Carrot
about
Melomel?
everything, but not a banana.
Do you know this from experience? Is your juicer somewhere in the garbage in a
Maybe
landfill
not.
somewhere?
I have not tried.
well? Then maybe you've been lied to all these years.
Could be, could be.
Maybe
I'll
you just
leave
need
that to other people to find out, though.
Maybe you just need a really ripe banana, like it's starting to turn black.
They start to weep the
I
fluid.
don't think that's the key to a good mead.
The mystery nets start appearing around the bananas.
Woo, woo. That'll bring the dog out of you. Bring the wolf.
Oh!
Woohoo!
Oh, you mean more? Make him bark more?
It wasn't barking a minute ago.
No, he just got. I don't know that's going any faster.
It came out of here faster. Because also when we're doing this outside, is it's not always the super cleanliest thing to do.
Yeah, that's why I'm not allowed to brew at my house. Because Mrs. Stabby Pete says no. So this Amaro Montenegro is made in Bologna, Italy.
Bologna.
Bologna. Sorry.
Bologna.
Well, that's
That's
where
how
it's
it's
first
spelled.
made in 1885.
Ooh, wow. Haha, it's so full.
Ooh.
All right. We have 1 gallon of that to put in, and we're finished.
Don't you have a little nutrient that needs to go in?
Yeah. So
Well, we still got
after we
2
get this,
gallons.
well, no, this is. I'm going to save one of these for back sweetening.
Oh, okay. Well, good thing I didn't open that
Yep.
one.
So we're also going to put nutrient in today. I know there's been some people talk about it, but I still use ammonium phosphate,
DAP?
DAP,
Diammonium phosphate?
diammonium phosphate, and then I also now use the stuff that a lot of people will
He
tell you
puts
to use.
ammonia in it. Yeah.
Fermented. Why?
So I'm looking up the botanicals of the Montenegro,
Yeah.
and it's made from a secret blend of 40 botanicals, including vanilla, orange peels, and eucalyptus. So I think eucalyptus could be that really astringent smell, where it's kind
Could be.
of giving medicinal, because that's an
Could be.
unusual thing for like an aperitif
Am
or
I-
a liqueur.
Yeah.
What would your untapped rating of this beverage be? Just so to give people an idea
It
how
is-
much we like it.
It is growing on me a little.
Yep, I'm almost finished with mine.
I'd probably give it like 2.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't pay for it, so I'm definitely going to drink it. But as yet, I'm not at a point where I would.
This
Sip it at home.
hits me about the same. I like it enough to have it again. Well, I should because I spent $50 on each one of these bottles.
Yeah, you
so
still got these 2
Yeah,
bottles.
definitely we'll drink it again. I don't think I'd have more than one a night. I think that'd be one of those things where I had one to start the night with, or one when I wanted to calm down from other stuff.
I mean, that might actually be good for you.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe.
Do you taste rose at all as a
I'm gonna try
flavor?
Just
Because it
little
has
bit.
just a little bit of taste.
it has rose petals.
Give you a
It
lot
has
You're
coriander.
not
handle it.
driving. You're
Yeah.
not driving.
Woohoo!
There's coriander, marjoram, oregano, cinnamon, cloves, nutmeg.
Well,
Wow.
so apparently this isn't all that secret.
Well, there's 40 other ones. Who knows?
Oh wow, it's a lot different straight.
Montenegro?
I'm picking up cinnamon.
Montenegro?
I like it better on its own. I like it a lot better on its
Yeah.
It is only like
Oh,
20%,
this is-
right?
own. 23, I think it said.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a lot better on its own.
Yes, so it's traditionally served as a digestive, excuse me, which is, they say that you have it after you eat a lot and it makes you just instantly feel better.
Poop it out?
I don't think it poops you out. I think it just more like
It helps everything
alleviates-
just kind of move
Yeah.
and.
Right. Let's pour that last one in.
No.
Back in the house.
There's a lot of honey stuck on this funnel. Two and a half teaspoons in a 5-gallon batch, but my thinking on that has maybe changed. I have a batch going now where I used a full ounce, so it's still going. So I don't know if that worked well.
Not the diammonium.
Oh no, that I used to do a tablespoon, but again, I've started laying off that lately.
Probably shouldn't have used all the juice to
Yeah.
work some of that down off the funnel.
So I'm using 2.5 teaspoons of diammonium phosphate, and we'll have to get some water.
Well, how about
Put it in the honey.
No, put it in the honey one.
Oh, put it in the honey one, please. And I'll put a tablespoon or 2 tablespoons of this thing.
And what is this?
This is Ferment Y yeast, Ferment X.
What is
This
that?
is a new thing I haven't.
That's a yeast nutrient.
I haven't been using this a bunch in the past. This is something I've recently added to my brewing.
Only recently?
Yeah. Well, like since I started brewing again.
So
Before I
in
was
the past couple years, year.
no past year.
So you never used nutrient before?
I used DAP.
Just DAP?
Yep.
Ah.
DAP was what I was.
I like to use Y yeast wine nutrient, and I always use that when I'm making mead.
I didn't use it before. I used DAP only. And I've made okay stuff, but definitely since I've been brewing again, the stuff has been better that I've been using the Y yeast on. So I guess I might have to say overall I'm happier with the mead since I started using it. Although, how much does the nutrient matter? I don't know.
A lot.
Should we double pitch this before we aerate, or should we wait till after we aerate?
I would aerate it and
Yeah.
then pitch last.
one last chance to get some of this honey out of here. So this is basically 5 gallons, a little bit more than 5 gallons, but not much.
I would
Yeah,
I would
pretty much all that.
stir it, mix it, aerate it. Then I would take a sample for a gravity reading if you're going to do that. And then I would pitch last.
Yes.
And put an airlock on.
So this is sanitizing the sanitizing bucket of sanitization.
Well, now you just
Now
touch it
you're
with your
touching
hand.
God damn it.
Sanitize your hand, man.
Yeah, sanitize your hand. Stick your hand in.
Not possible.
That doesn't. One
You,
step
you
doesn't
can't
work on your
sanitize a hand.
Well, he keeps on putting it down his pants.
Tell
too, so
that to
would
the
help.
surgeon.
You have to be careful with
You
this
might
thing.
want to move that to the ground.
Why is the mixer not plastic? Ugh.
You can really smell that passion fruit. So why do you want to get oxygen here, Jameson?
It helps the yeast.
Who?
Ah,
Hand!
don't touch it. Wait, stop. Just sanitize it again and then put it back in.
Okay, wait. So why are you using a metal mixer? Is that different than a plastic one? Wouldn't that break the glass?
Made of metal.
What,
Hey,
All right.
keep going.
So, Happy Pete, why do we put all this air in there?
The yeast work better if there's plenty of oxygen. Lets them multiply and be bountiful.
All right. Now we're going to be the scientific part of the show.
It's all scientific.
Yeah.
Well, this
Well,
is
maybe
the
not the
measuring
country
part.
part. Yeah,
This is the,
It becomes a lot less scientific.
this is when we actually measure stuff, and
This is like
measuring is a big part of science.
I feel like my show, this show is part of the show is going to be sort of like those rednecks that do the rockets. We're going to have great results. We're not always sure how we got there.
Of course, you just touched that end too.
I did touch this in?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you did. 100%.
Is that
Now
a penis
there's-
pump? Did they get an extra small one for you?
Can you hold this part into the part?
Wait, where does it go?
That's enough.
Now you spin this, right?
Yeah, you usually do that just to make sure there's no bubbles caught underneath. that
Can
are
you guys move the stuff?
affecting
You can't
but
see it.
that it's what?
You can't see it.
So this is a little hydrometer. I don't know if I told you this earlier in another show, but I thought this was super interesting. I read a medieval thing, and they would measure the hydrometer. They would measure the strength of the mead with a boiled egg. You drop an egg in there, and it floated. If it floated above the water, it was so strong. If it floated like half and half, like half in, half out, it was so strong. And if it went to the bottom, it was basically water.
We should try this out.
Yes.
That's kind of a cool primitive density.
Yeah. One of the recipes I'm going to make uses a boiled egg to decide the gravity. I'm not sure if we want to do that or not. It's specifically supposed to have the egg is supposed to do a certain thing and hang where it's just below the where it's barely touching. So I guess that's a pretty specific gravity. Although it probably matters on the chicken you have too. You know, some chickens are fatter or thinner than other chickens, or chicken eggs are fatter or thinner, or heavier
So
or
how
less
do
heavy.
you read this, especially when there's foam?
Yeah. We need to get rid of the foam.
Surfactant.
We need a surfactant.
What's a surfactant?
Something that breaks,
Breaks
up
up
foam?
the foam.
What would you perhaps use that you have handy on you?
Let me try something here.
Uh-oh. This is not. I don't know. We were thinking about putting this back in, but now maybe not.
No, it's not going back in. And it's also not working.
It arguably made it worse.
Well, if we're not putting it back in, we can look at it later.
Well, it looks like it's pretty much on that.
Now I'm going to pitch 2 of the EC 1118s. Normally we triple pitch in this group, but
So it looks like 95.
I bought a sampler pack of Lavin yeast off Amazon. They have a special on it right now. So I got 2 EC 118s, and that's what we're going to use, because that's what I got.
So they came unrefrigerated then, huh?
They came from Amazon.
Interesting, because at the brew shop they normally have the yeast refrigerated.
I love the Anchorage Brew Shop, but they're $2 a piece at the Anchorage Brew Shop. This was only a quarter, so I have 2 kids, so I blame everything on them. Oh, I have 4 kids. Well, 2 kids I'm paying for. What I meant. You know what I meant.
You have 4 kids you're paying for.
Well, I actually have 3 kids I'm paying for.
Or 2 kids that are in your face every day.
Yeah,
This is gonna get cut. This is gonna get cut.
Well, we'll save it for the kids later. They'll appreciate it.
So, and I used to starter patch this or whatever else, but the mead maker says you don't need to do that, so I've stopped doing it, and it hasn't seemed to really make a difference. They seem to be fine. All right, so this is almost not the mezcal. This is almost overpowering to me.
Without the mezcal?
Yeah, with just the Montenegro, it's so strong flavored.
I like the strong flavor by itself much better than with mezcal. I think having that with something else besides mezcal, I think I would like a lot better.
All right.
Could just be that I don't like mezcal.
Yeah, I'm
I
not.
don't like tequila, so that could be part of it.
So I'm using this other stopper because I have some other stoppers in there, but it's not gonna get started usually for a day or 2. So this is a silicone stopper. I use these for meads that are finished because you don't have to have water in them. They're really useful these days. You just have to go check your mead if you had a mead sitting, you have to check it every month so you don't want the water to run out or the alcohol to run out. These, the silicone, so they stop in there. They work great.
So this is just the mezcal.
Seems like it's about 1098 to me.
1098. What? Anybody have a calculator? What's the
I mean,
You
who
don't need a
doesn't?
calculator. It's on the scale.
Oh, technology.
Arguably not technology.
No, it is technology.
It's a list.
It's analog.
I guess.
Analog doesn't mean not technology.
Writing is a technology. The
Well,
most
if
important
we're-
technology.
Sure.
So it's a roughly 12.75% potential.
So 10 gallons of honey is about 10%. So we got another 2.5% out of the
Very roughly.
yeah.
10 pounds of honey.
Do you think we can drink that?
Totally drink it. Probably be very sweet.
Yeah, I definitely want to test it.
Except it's got Happy Pete face oils all in it.
I'm pretty
It's
good
a
friends.
surfactant.
That's an extra flavor.
I'm pretty good friends with Happy Pete.
There.
Okay, you guys get in the hot tub together. You've gotten his face
Yes.
oils in your mouth.
Oh yeah, I got my fifth. Yeah.
I'm
Not
not
my
dunking my
mouth.
head in the hot tub.
Well.
Yeah, it's other body oils, which are worse. I mean, if there's any part of Happy Pete that I'm gonna lick, I mean, the face would probably be one of the better places.
Wow, you took it to such a weird place.
Dude.
Now in my head, I
See,
can see.
I don't like mezcal.
This is a Miss Country Pete thing to do. Licking faces. That's very tasty.
That is not a Miss Country Pete thing to do.
Good boy.
Oh, yeah.
Depends how much
Love
mouthful
surfactants.
pineapple Miss Country Pete's had.
We got a big surfactant hobo back here.
That's tasty.
That should be a special episode.
Yeah.
Surfactant
Malibu
hobo.
that
Surfactant
likes
hobo?
to
No,
bake-
Malibu and pineapple with Miss Country Pete.
All right. Well, thank you. That was a great M&M. It was great to try it anyway. TikTok is also a place of misinformation. Clearly, it wasn't as good as they said it on the TikTok video.
Well, I definitely prefer one M more than the other.
Yes.
No. And I do think it would grow on me.
Yeah.
If I had a couple of those,
Yeah.
I bet there's a lot of other Montenegro cocktails that can be had that
Yeah.
I think I might really like.
That's a good point.
And mezcal's always drinkable by itself.
you know.
Is it though?
Yeah. It's a tequila, isn't it?
I mean, hey, it's yours. You drink
Yeah.
it all you want.
All right. Well, thanks for coming out with us. We don't have a test thing at the end of the night because we drank it already. Have a good day.